What's good, YouTube? Dmgaming here, guys. Hope everybody's had a fantastic Christmas, man. Hope you're having a great Christmas break if you're in that break mode or whatever like that, guys. Today I want to get just straight into it, and I'm talking about Kakarot and more or less the future of the game. Now, you see here, I'm on the Japanese website. Kakarot actually received a PlayStation Partner Award for 2020. And guys, this game sold almost 4 million copies within the first few months of release. It sold a lot. Now, did it meet up to those expectations? For the nostalgia factor, yes, it did. But by other metrics, this game didn't meet up quite to what people wanted. And I was talking to Kenzaru on Twitter the other day, and I mentioned this, that guys, it's like they put out these Dragon Ball games, and there's always just that X factor is always missing. And it's like, okay, you look at Kakarot and you see, wow, this is missing. Wouldn't it be cool if we had the customizations that we had in Xenoverse? And then you look at Xenoverse and say, wouldn't it be cool if we had the open worldness that Kakarot has? And then you look at Fighters and say, wouldn't it be cool if we had in-depth combat systems? You see what I'm saying? And then you look at Super Dragon Ball Heroes and you're like, wouldn't it be cool if we had those what-if scenarios? And guys, this is something that I have always talked about in the past when we've played games like Budokai and Budokai Tenkaichi and Infinite World, games like that, Burst Limit, where Bandai puts out these games, these Dragon Ball games. And you look at the next game that comes out and the game that came out before, and it's like, why won't they just put it all together into one game? Kakarot is one of those games that is in my opinion, I've always said this, it's a blank canvas. It is a canvas that they can do anything they want with. Because of the fact that they've implemented the time machine, because of DLC and things like that, we could explore the Xenoverse universe. They've already put Toa and Mira in the game. And by putting Toa and Mira in the game and the time machine, it opens the door for stuff like Super Dragon Ball Heroes and movies and things of that nature. They can do anything they want with Kakarot. Right now, the game is suffering, not because it's not a good game. The game is fun, but number one, there's nothing to do at this point in time. After you've beaten the DLC and things like that, there's no replayability. And I did a video starting out early with Kakarot that literally talked about that. Before the game ever came out, I said the success of this game is going to depend on end game, whether there's an end game or not. And that's something that's extremely important. Let me mute that right quick. I want to go to my videos and see if I can find that. See if I could find that Kakarot video. I'm gonna have to go to the playlist and pull it up that way. But while I'm doing that, guys, this is something that is extremely important for us to realize with Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and something that Bandai, if they can realize this, okay? If they can realize this, it can change everything for this game. We need a new season pass, okay? I don't think anybody would disagree with that, in us getting a new season pass. And in that, they are gonna have to make some changes. They're gonna have to give us some more in-game content. Add clothing customization. That in itself would make a lot of people happy. And I've always been against making this game a multiplayer game. However, the fact that they've added like cards battles and things like that, I do see there are ways that they can implement different things that they can add multiplayer in, okay, without changing the base game. Like, the base game needs to stay single player. So like DLC 3, whenever they add a new story, that should be single player. But the same way they added cards battle with DLC 2, they can add something else with DLC 3 and make it multiplayer. I don't have any disagreements with that. Looking at these videos, I don't even know what video it was, man. Trailer thoughts, trailer breakdown, combat concerns. It's in here somewhere, guys. There's golly, over 500 videos in this playlist alone. But if you go through this playlist, guys, go check it out. Look at a lot of these older videos, especially like the expectations and stuff like that. I really need to do a series kind of going back, looking at where we thought the game would be and where it ended up and things like that. But that would be very interesting. But like I said, there should be some stuff in this game. They needed to add that, add in multiplayer. It not as far as the base game, but kind of like Ghost of Tsushima, where the single player story is phenomenal. And then they added a multiplayer element where you could play as different characters and do raid battles and things like that. That is something I feel like they can add to Kakarot, doing something of that nature, like the raid battles that we have from Xenoverse. Hey, even make it create a character. You could even put that into the game, or just have it to where you could pick whatever character you want. Now, like I said, the downside to that is you'll end up with a whole bunch of Gokus and Vegetas all on the same team. You know what I'm saying? But the way that they can get around that is by using the time machine, and also by adding clothing customization. So you can have a Vegeta from a completely different timeline that has different outfits. That's the way that they can get around that. Because otherwise, everything in this game is set up to play along with the story. Okay, and people have to understand that. So how do you get around that? By saying, oh, time machine. We use the time machine to chase after Toa and Mira through time, where they're going through time in the Kakarot universe, messing up things. You see what I'm saying? And you can have 3 people on one team and stuff like that. Now, the reason I don't think that that will work at this point in time, they're going to have to do some really, really in-depth ingenuity, because the way that the game is set up, it's not set up for you to be doing stuff at the same time. Perfect example is when you're playing Xenoverse, you all attack each other at the same time. You all attack the enemy at the same time. Kakarot does that, but not so much in the sense of where if I'm doing a combo, the other characters aren't jumping in doing combos with me for the most part. It's not like it is in Xenoverse where they're combos and then you take over and they knock a character away while you're in the middle of a combo, or things like that. Those are some of the wrinkles that need to be ironed out in order for something like this to work. But guys, I'm just throwing out examples. Let me know your examples down in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys. Help us reach that 16K. You know what I'm saying? That's the next milestone up right there. But let me know what y'all think. What are some good ideas that we could present to Bandai Namco to add to the future of this game? Because here's the thing, this game isn't going away anytime soon. The fact that they're adding cards battles, they have pack 1, which means they're gonna have other packs. They added platinum coins. Like, you can see that they put elements into this game that they do plan on covering this game long term. Now, as much as y'all hate me saying this, truth is truth. COVID did affect a lot of the game's development. We could be, at this point in time, without COVID, we could be looking at a completely different Dragon Ball Z Kakarot game. You see what I'm saying? We could be possibly at this point already have DLC 3 in our hands and be looking forward to a new season pass and future content for the game. But that's been pushed back. Nothing we could do about that. It is what it is. But all I'm saying is this game is not going anywhere anytime soon. Some of you can say that it's dead, and right now it may be. People may not be playing it and things like that, but their intentions for this game is not dead. We won't hear anything this year. So if anybody's telling you we'll hear something about Kakarot in this year, new DLC and stuff this year, that's bullcrap. We're not going to hear that. I did a video a while back showing y'all the article where the producer himself said next year in 2021. Maybe in January, we'll begin to hear some little tidbits about what they plan on doing for the future of the game, DLC 3 and things of that nature. We do know for a fact they have been working on DLC 3, as I've talked about. I'm sure all the other Kakarot content creators have talked about that they've been working on DLC 3. That's update 1.50. They have been working on that. You see what I'm saying? And it's... Now, what they've been doing with it, I don't know. We haven't had any new tags or anything like that show up. The only thing that's been added was just the manifest, but we do know that this is going to be a massive DLC. This is some pretty extensive information here with 1.50. Now, what does it all mean? I have no clue. Nobody does, but it's going to be something big, guys. This is going to be a larger scale DLC. You can see they're doing stuff with the item images in the game. So there's gonna be some big things coming. And whatever they're doing, it is huge. And I, for one, can't wait to see it. You see here, they did some change list here 3 days ago. They changed it from open world to single player, and then from single player to open world. This is very interesting. This is very interesting. Open world. And I may have to do a video breaking this down. I hate that I came across this now, but that's very interesting that they would have an open world tag on a game that's not open world. That's almost like fault. Like, can you say it's open world? That's almost like false advertising. So, but they still have that single player tag there. But are they going to do something in this game that's going to initiate open world? I mean, look at all of these games. When you click on open world, every single one of these games are open world. Even No Man's Sky, you know, No Man's Sky has areas, and within those areas, it's open world. Okay, so yeah, I get it. They can say, hey, within this area, it's open world, but No Man's Sky is literally an open world because you can fly in the outer space. It's not like Kakarot where you go to a loading screen and things like that. So, you know, in the next, I'll do a video maybe later today or tomorrow, and we'll go in depth about this open world thing that we're looking at here, because that's something very interesting that we haven't quite seen before. So, guys, like I said, subscribe to the channel if you're new, man. We're going to take back off with this Kakarot content. So be ready for it. Be ready for it, man. That's all I got for right now, y'all. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Have an amazing day. Till next time, y'all. Thanks for watching. Peace.